I hear he's teamed up with Mr. Wyatt to fund the oil dig once they steal our farm.
Welcome back to Gaming for Grandparents. I'm Echo Pearl. So let's get into the game for today. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. And we're back here on part 3 of Farmington Tales. This is their second version, Winter Crops, and I got this game from Big Fish Games. This is a story-based game, so if you haven't seen part 1 or part 2, you may want to watch them first so you can understand what's going on throughout the story. Alright, so let's pick up where we left off, back on the farm. So again, on the right-hand side, I have to watch out for these quest items where I have to find a box of tissue, a shield, and a globe. And then I'm also looking at the hints or the different challenges at the top to get additional points. Alright, so in the upper right, I clicked on the puzzle piece to sort my bales of hay, and I did not do that well this time. I end up having to restart twice. I've got to get 60 this time, not 40, and I have to get a minimum of 5 in a row before it clears the fence. I didn't succeed that time, so I had to reset and try it again. And, it's one of those things where when I'm editing it, I obviously it's going slower for me than in real time with the game, but whatever. I end up getting it on this third try, and it's all about just moving these around until I can get 5 in a row. And sometimes I do well, other times not so well. So I'm back to needing to water all the crops, harvest the crops, plant the seeds, things of that, plow the fields. I will, and I also have to feed the animals too. Um, I don't have enough money quite yet to add more animals, so I'm going to go ahead and play another hidden object game or puzzle, HOP. Um, and now it's just which one do I want to go. So we have this HOP game here, and the purpose of this is to find things that we can sell in the market so that we can build this winter park so that the bank and that dude can't steal the land because of the oil deposits. When you get one of these mini puzzle alerts in the upper left-hand corner that involves the market or the fence, you want to work on those quickly because you do not make any money while the market or the fence is broken. The front gate is broken. And in this one, most of the time I get these, but it's just moving these things around until I can get all of these little things to light up, and then that means I fixed the gate. But they all have to light up for it to work. So again, with any of these mini puzzles, you do want to prioritize any of the puzzles that involve the market or the front gate so that you can continue to make money while you're doing other things in the game. And this time we're in the front porch. And as you go back to these scenes, you do start to learn where objects are, so you'll get faster at these.
Floyd, I noticed some strange charges on our bank account. $200 checking deposit fee? $450 farming fee?
That must be our old friend from the bank. I hear he's teamed up with Mr. Wyatt to fund the oil dig once they steal our farm.
Those bank charges can't be legal. Let me just check your bank contract.
Where did you get that?
Yep, I was right. It says right here in the contract that they can't add any stupid, lame, bogus charges without your express written permission.
It says stupid, lame, bogus?
Well, no. I added that part.
So I have some money, so I'm going to check and see if I can add more cow stables and more chicken coops so that I can add more cows and chicken. Of course, because I dropped more seeds, I have to do this puzzle so that I can plant crops. Alright, so I'm grabbing more quests because each one of these quests gives you additional money that you can spend in the shop. So if I'm trying to build a winter wonderland, I need the money to make sure that I can buy all of this stuff. There are other upgrades like crop upgrades and seed price upgrades. And it's time to go do an HOP in the kitchen. Again, always looking for the quest items, always looking for the gems because you get extra points for those. Trying to keep an eye on the challenges at the top so that I can make extra money from those as well. The mini puzzle is a Sudoku challenge. I'm skipping it. Some puzzles do charge you to skip. This one's not this time. Grabbing more quests, plaid shirts, and spatulas. Okay, I'm back in the shop. I've got about $1,000, so I'm going to add some additional animals. Two cows, 3 cows, 3 chickens. I'm up to 5 sheep, and then I think I'll give them some better food as well. And that pretty much runs me out of money, so that's going to be it for now. Now we're doing an HOP at the well, and again, I'm keeping an eye out for my quest items, and just one object at a time. They call this black item a cap. I call that a beret. So, took me a minute to find that one. But that's the only trick with some of these HOPs. So, mini puzzle is the problem with the key to the shop. You're only allowed 2 bins in your link to the other key. Grabbing more quest. So, water gun and a pillow. Time for another HOP. I think we're back in the wheat field here. So making sure I collect quest items and try to get the challenges at the top done. The mini puzzle is the pipes again. Back in the shop again, getting the best prices on my seeds, and getting the best crops and sold out of that. But now I'm going to look at blueprints because in order to progress, I need to build some additional items. So now we're in the chicken coop area, and I don't know why, but I don't like this one. I think because there's just so much clutter that I don't know, it just bothers me more than others. I don't know why, but this is one of my least favorite of the puzzles, and there's no really reason other than it just visually seems more cluttered to me.
Harry, what are you doing with that deck of playing cards?
Well, I thought I'd come teach you how to play poker.
Oh, well, I'm a bit busy at the market. Just got in a new shipment of organic spices.
The market is more important to you than poker?
Yes, definitely.
Oh, I see.
Like, way more important.
So I have to find 1 straight, 2 3 of a kinds, and 2 2-pairs. Or 1 2-pairs, rather. I do think this is an interesting way to play solitaire. Alright, so this time we're in the stables, and again, keeping an eye for the quest items, keeping an eye for being able to do the little challenges at the top, and find all the objects at the same time. Not hard, just takes patience. But if you're staring at something like the desk lamp and going, why isn't she selecting that? It's because I may be trying to do the challenge at the top, or I'm looking for the gems, or I'm looking for a quest item. So the mini puzzle on this one is that the shop or the market is in disarray, so I have to do this Tetris thing, and then everything's good. I have enough money to rebuild the market, and that will give me extra customer satisfaction and extra storage in the market so I don't run out of space. And my options are this teal one, and then there's the blue one, and then the one that I settled on, which is the red one. So now we're in the back porch, or on the back porch rather, and for whatever reason this one doesn't seem cluttered to me. I don't know if it's because it doesn't seem like it's in my face like that chicken coop was, and I think that's why I prefer this one over the chicken coop. Doing some manual adjustments to the market here. So the second they added more than 2 parts on this electrical puzzle, I got lost. So you'll find that I skipped this one and every one after it. So I go back into the shops and I want to look at the blueprints. I'm trying to see what the different builds were going to give me. Like I went ahead and grabbed the well, but this one it looks like I'm going to get a fertilizer unlocked, and I'll get an extra crate when I harvest. The farmhouse gives me extra gold. Then some of these other, like this is a bonus where it'll give me some sparkles for hidden objects. Corn, the people will walk faster. So I'm just going in here. They're only 20, some of these are only $20. The blueprints are only $20. So I can grab different blueprints at a reasonable price. But I'm trying to see some of the ones that are the least expensive to build right now, just to help me progress in the game and get some additional options. So like I now have extra storage just because I got that one blueprint. So now I have an extra storage and I bought the rest of the seeds. And now we can see what I've done. Alright, so I'm in the hay barn, and of course I'm looking for all the usual things, the quest items, the challenges at the top, and then of course all the items in the list, and the stones or jewels, whatever you want to call those. And I don't think I find that third one this time. Oh, I did. Oh, good.
Hey, pup, whatever you do, don't make a sound. My animals got out again, and I don't want Floyd to find out.
Harry, are you going to get these animals back in their pens?
Oh, crap.
And of course the animals blend in with the background, but I find them all, and that's all that matters. Alright, spending $400 to replace the well, which should help me with watering all these crops. And again, I have the 3 choices, the blue, and then a brownish one, and of course I select the red one. It's not my favorite color, it just works with the other builds. Now for the fertilizer, I have to build the shed, and of course I have the 3 choices, green, red, blue. So now we're doing the HOP at the water wheel. And this is another one of those that I find very cluttered. And it's not one of my favorites to do. And I think it's just because that foreground picture is more in my face.
Oh, well, look who decided to show his face around here. Shouldn't y'all be at work right now, ruining people's lives or something?
We're here to survey the land so we can get the drilling started, soon as all the red tape is out of the way.
The surveyor should be here any minute.
You folks seem to be mistaken. See, this here farm is still owned by Floyd and Dahlia, and if my recent law class taught me anything, it's that y'all would be trespassing.
Now, no need to be throwing around accusations.
Also, this dog can kill you.
Marlin, save me!
Good dog.
And back to the mini puzzle with a different shape this time. Alright, so we're back in the shop, and I'm going to see about getting extra fertilizer, but definitely improve my water level so I don't have to constantly water these fields manually. And now we're doing the HOP in the sheep pen, so just keep plugging away until we find all the items. And the next mini puzzle is of course the bales of hay. This time I have to get 80 before I crash and burn at the top of the fence, but doing a little bit better and finished it up. And we're back in the kitchen, finding all the different things that we need to find in the kitchen that probably shouldn't belong in a kitchen too. And the mini puzzle is fixing the front gate. And we are back in the shop again. and I'm looking at what I get from the different blueprints, um, and just checking out what options I get, what seeds I get, what perks I get. So I got the farmhouse and the barn, and seeing what animals I want to buy, or add to the number of animals. So now I have 5 cow, 5 chickens. Um, Checking to see if I want to increase any of the other items of the animals. I only have $400, so I don't have a ton of money, but I did go ahead and get the extra storage. And go ahead and rebuild the barn, see what our options are. $1,400, nope, can't afford to do it yet. So we won't be rebuilding the barn yet, but at least I have an idea of which one of these that I like versus which ones I don't like. So yeah, probably go with the red again when I can afford it. So we're in the cabbage patch, and I don't know why, but this one I like better, and yet it's definitely seems more cluttered. So go figure. I don't know how the eyes work anymore, that something is easier than others. Built the barn, and then the mini puzzle is the seeds again. Alright, back in the shop again. Looks like I opened up the harvester, so I should be able to get more crops when I harvest. Don't have a lot of money after buying the barn, but I'll get a couple of things. So this is the old tractor, and this one they tend to have sneaky hiding spaces. Like there's a baton right in the middle of the screen that I just clicked on, but it's angled in such a way that you would think it would be part of the tractor, or a spring that's part of the tractor.
Dahlia, I think you should try to talk some sense into your husband. We all know what the right choice is here.
I'm sorry, are you implying that my husband makes all the decisions in this household? What is this, the 1800s?
What? No, uh, do you make the decisions?
We run an equal opportunity family, and we make decisions together as a couple.
Oh, of course. I meant no offense, Dahlia. In that case, I think you should really consider our offer and give up the farm.
Well, you should probably talk to Floyd about that.
So the hot chocolate stand will help people walk faster to the market, but I don't have the $2,000 yet. So I'm skipping the mini puzzle and going right to the front porch where I'm once again working on an HOP. And once I get the HOP wrapped up, got to do some manual sorting in the market here because I don't have enough room for a couple of pieces. So I just have to move things around until I get the room I need. And there we go on that. Then we go right into a mini puzzle because our shop is locked because of the key issue. So I have to make sure my link does not bend more than once, or twice rather. This is the mini puzzle that popped up earlier. It's the Sudoku challenge. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to skip it and move on. All right, back in the shop looking at the various blueprints. I'm going to go ahead and buy all of the remaining blueprints just so I don't have to keep coming back in here and looking at them. And that's going to cause my screen to show me where all of the places that I still have to build items are located. So just making sure that I have enough pins to add more animals. So we're now 4 out of 5 pins in each one of those. But you can see now that's what I was talking about right here, is where my screen was moving me around and showing me where all these hammer and wrenches are at. Alright, so now we're in the creek, and you have to watch out on this one where they'll hide different tools and objects in the tree that's on the right-hand side. There's little knots in the wood that they hide things in. I got to fix the pipe in the well, and I turned off the snow effects, but apparently they're not off in the well. And now we're in the corn patch here, and this one seems to be more scattered than most of the other puzzles, where the items are more scattered to me. So, any rate,
Harry, I'm glad you're here. I need your help shoveling out the stables.
I'd love to, Dahlia, but well, I'm real busy right now.
What are you doing?
Some super important stuff. Way too important to get sidetracked.
You're playing Poketeer, aren't you?
No. Yeah.
so in this one, you have to find one four of a kind, one of two pairs, and one flush. And I misjudged that I used a king and a queen previously, so I was hoarding all these kings and queens and jacks, thinking they would make me a four of a kind, and they didn't, because I failed to remember that I'd already used them. So now I'm being much more careful and making sure that I'm not using those before I get my four of a kind. So I'm going to get my ice fishing house for $900. It's going to give me an extra 5 coins for every gem that I find. And you can see the different colors, and I go with the red one. I decided to go ahead and get my farm entrance for $1,400. And I go with the polar bear instead of the seal or the penguin. I haven't used, nor will I use, the bonus for this one, which is scrapping my items in the market. Back over at the well again, and yeah, I typically don't have problems finding anything in this one. I don't know if it's just because everything's closer to me, and I'm so nearsighted that I need everything to be closer to me, but at any rate, found a bunch of stuff here.
Floyd, I have a confession to make. Mr. Wyatt and that banker paid me a visit this morning. Offered me one heck of a deal to dish some dirt on you.
Harry, please tell me you didn't turn on me.
No, I didn't. I couldn't think of anything bad to say about you.
Ah, Harry, that's the nicest thing you've ever said to me. Wait, you tried to?
Except for sometimes you yell at me and your mustache gets all bristly. And also you said you'd set me up on a date with Kaylee. That never happened.
I'm sorry.
And I can't remember the last time you invited me over for dinner.
I really want to encourage grandparents to stay mentally active through gaming. I want to mentally challenge them with strategy games and task management games and creative games like Minecraft. So if you appreciate my effort in trying to encourage your grandparents to stay mentally young, please let them know about this channel. And let them know it is free to subscribe. There's no cost. And again, thanks for watching Gaming for Grandparents.